Hello all, welcome to Xerxez Solution. In our last session, that was session 2, we was discussing about the basic syntax, the indentation, how to maintain the indentation, as well as how to write the comments in Julia programming language. In session 3, we will try to discuss about the another two more concepts called print function as well as use of the formats, okay, which are very essential. And once you are once you are strong in this concept, like how to print the functions and use of the formats, nearly you have covered 10% of Julia programming language. So without focusing more on the theory part, let's dive into hands-on sessions. Okay, and as far as theory is concerned, the complete documentation is available. Okay, you can download directly from the LMS, and you can refer this document while executing your program. Meanwhile, okay, you can follow our video lectures also. Okay, and based upon the explanation how the methods, the keywords are working, so you can modify our program, and you can take it your knowledge to the next level. Let's talk about first and foremost about the print functions. So you are familiar with the print, what exactly the print is. Suppose imagine that I want to display something after computing answers, whatever the answers you are getting, you want to display on the screen. Understood? Generally, what we do, we try to make use of the print. Understood? Similarly, the moment when you go deeper into deeper, understood, when the complexity in the data, or let's say the program increases, we try to make use of some more other concepts also along with the print. Okay, such as let us take the example of the functions. Okay, so let's try to explore both this print as well as the functions, the initial starting stage of the functions. Okay, and how to perform function operations using Julia programming language. Now, as far as my notebook is concerned, already I have the complete design notebook. So I'm going to refer this one. Otherwise, it takes a lot of time to print or type the code. So that's the reason I have kept it ready, handy with me. And same thing will be shared with you also. In last session, I think you are familiar about this. I have created one project file. So in this project file, I have created one new program, okay, one new folder, a notebook using this option called Julia 1.2. So right now I'm using this, I'm working on this print function dot py, okay, file. Let's try to discuss about the simplest possible script to print the function. You are familiar with about this. Okay, so as far as if you want to print anything in Julia programming language, we make use of print method. Okay, and there is a other called print nl also, ln also we can use it. Okay, so in this case I have chosen print ln hello world, so you can see hello world is displayed. In the same way, suppose let's say uh, I want to use, let's say, print method also can be used to print any script here. Okay, hello, uh, Xerxes Xerxes solutions. Okay, already we have seen this one in previous session also. So this comes under the print function, println, as well as we have uh, print function. Now let us try to take this concept a little deeper. Understood? Suppose let's say I want to imagine that I want to calculate the volume of the sphere. Okay, so as far as volume of the sphere is concerned, generally we calculate using this formula, 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is a formula actually. Okay, and how we can solve this using the Julia programming language, and how we can print it. Okay, so as far as to solve this, what I have done, I have taken one simple example, simple function, and function can be called using the keyword called function. All should be capital letter here, and followed with I have taken one name. Okay, and try to assign the name based upon the problem what you are solving. Okay, so I have given the name of the function be a sphere value. understood, sphere volume, and I'm calling one parameter called r. Okay, so if you check the formula, I want R value here, which is very important. I'll be waiting for the R value from the user. Once I get, I'll manipulate. And when it comes to pi is already inbuilt. Okay, so it try to fetch the data directly from the backend. Next is Julia allow Unicode names, that is UTF-8 encoding. Okay, so either pi or the symbol pi can be used here. Understood? Either you use this symbol or pi, both are same here. And regarding about the indentation, how you are calling the functions, okay, in the same way you have to end also. Okay, so this indicates that you are ending the function, and look at the alignment, it should be same. Understood? And I'm returning the value. Okay, I'm calculating the using the formula, I'm returning it where to the sphere. Okay, sphere of value, enter it. Okay, so now you can see my function got executed. Okay, and the generating function with one method. Okay, now next I want to display the value. How we can display the value here? Understood? So here in this case, what I have done, to display the calculate and to display the value, I've taken one more variable called volume, VOL, and I'm calling my function name. In my case, this is a function name, sphere of volume, and I'm passing the value as 3 here. That is nothing but the value of r equal to a 3 here. Now next is to print. To print the value, okay, the exact value of this answer, I'm using one more statement called printf. Okay, so printf is also possible. Printf, generally we have taken this one from C programming. So that means it also support to work with the C programming language. But make sure that you are using the package. Understood? Using printf, the function. Understood? And when you are calling or when you are printing anything, so make sure that you use this type of send at the rate printf. Understood? And there should not be any the brackets here. Volume, which is nothing but my the just a simple volume answer I want to give, and percentage of I want to keep it in 3 floating point. Understood? And slash n is nothing but the len. So this looks like a C programming. So that C pro using C programming technique also it is possible to execute, or you can perform the print functions. Let me try to run this, and you can see the volume of the sphere is here, 113.093. Let me try to increase this value so to 4, and let me try again, and you can see 2 is 68.083. Okay, this is how print functions work. So far in these three examples we have seen three different levels of printf function. One is println, another is called print, which is widely used. Next we have printf function, which is with the printf at the rate printf, but make sure that you call using printf the statement here. Now let's try to let's go to the single the one more function here. Okay, so what I will do, the other method of printing it. So here very simple and generic function I have taken, f of a. Okay, f of a like f of x. Okay, and I am multiplying that one with the formula a into a. Okay, so run this one, and the moment when you pass, that means I'm performing multiplication operation here. Okay, the moment when you pass the value for a, automatically it try to okay multiply 5 into 5, and it gives you the value as a 25. This is the another method of the printing the value. In the same way, like here straight away I'm calling f, which indicates that function. In the same way you can call with the keyword called function, func. Understood? And here in this case I have taken two variables. Okay, x, and I'm passing the value for x and y. Understood? And square root, I'm going to take the square root of x square plus y square. That means in this case I'm going to square my number x, okay, as well as the I'm going to square y also. I'm taking the sum and I'm taking the square root of it. Understood? Let's try to run this, and here have a look at how simple it is, okay, to pass the values as far as the functions as well as the printing is concerned. Function of 5 I have given to assign to x, and 4 I have assigned it to y here. Okay, so let's try to run this. So I got the answer like 6.4031, so and so forth. In same way, okay, the another method of uh, executing or printing the values, okay, using the function. So here I have used f function shortcut I have used. There is another called functions. Okay, so the function method also can be used here, okay, to perform any the manipulation, and then you can give it to the printf function, or you could straight away you can display the value. Okay, function, this is the bill name, is nothing but the name here. Money I have given, and I'm going to perform boolean expression. If money is lesser than 0, okay, so I'm going to print it as a false, else I'm going to print as true. Okay, and have a look on this, like if the moment when you are starting condition f, you need to end this. Okay, so this comes under indentation. The same way function I'm starting, and you need to end this. Understood? Let's try to execute this. Next, what I will do, I'll try to give the name value for the bill money. Okay, money, let's say, okay, enter it. If it is 50, which is greater than 0, so okay, which is lesser than 0, so it should display true. Okay, minus 50 again given, and it's showing displaying me as false value. Next is similarly, let's try to take this the printf functions to the next level. Let's say multiplication operation. I want to perform multiplication operation, which is in this case I have taken addition as well as the multiplication. Okay, so function again I have taken. This time I have taken two. Remember, x and y. Mul is the name of my function, and I'm performing x plus y. Okay, one operation. The another one is x asterisk y, which is nothing but the another operation. And it has to, the moment when you give any value, it has to perform both addition as well as the multiplication, and it should give me the answer. Now what I'm doing, okay, mul I'm calling, and I'm assigning the value of 5 for x and y for, okay, 10 for y. Understood? It should perform both the operation, and it should give me, okay, 5 plus 10 is nothing but 15, and 5 plus 10 is nothing, 5 into 10 is nothing but the 50 here. Understood? So far in this entire session, okay, the printf session, we have learned uh, different the format of manipulating, calculating, as well as printing the values. Let's start with println print. Next we have other called printf, which looks like just like your C programming, how we are displaying in the C programming. Okay, next in the same way, I'm calling a function also we have seen. In functions also we have seen different types of method of calling the function by using the keyword called function. Next f, okay, in the same way shortcut method called func. Okay, and we have seen for both single as well as the multiple expressions. Okay, this is how you can explore more participants. Okay, you can go to their official site, and you can see what are the other possibilities of are available. Okay, the options are available as far as Julia programming languages are concerned. After this, next we have, let's talk about string values. Like here, manipulations are taking place, calculation, we are doing the calculation, we are playing with the numbers. Understood? But in the case of strings, it's not like that. Okay, so we need uh, different sort of methods, okay, to work with the strings. Like as far as string is concerned, okay, we can first and foremost we can define the strings using the double quotes. Okay, single quote for word, double quote for the sentence, and triple quote for the paragraph. Now in my case, in the beginning level, starting level, I have taken s1, okay, which is nothing but the variable, and I'm storing this value, string of value, that is quick brown for, okay, fox jumps over the lazy dog alpha beta gamma. So that means s1 I'm storing. So if you execute this, that in this case s1 is holding this value, but the moment when you see very next to after the execution, it is displaying in the double quotes. Similarly, we can print it also, okay, the actual code. Understood? By using the method called println. So same thing I'm using, okay, but in this case s1 is holding this value. Understood? So I'm calling s1 using the println statement. Okay, it's done. Okay, in the same way, let us try to play kind of a game now. Okay, I want to split the complete the paragraph, or let's say some part of the paragraph contains in one line, some of the paragraph of the contains in the some other three to fourth line. How we can do this? Okay, so to do this, again I'll you make use of print statement. This, okay, the moment when you run this, it will display you this. Next, I've given the space, and okay, and again I'm giving some space here again, then did, okay, that dot next line. If you run this, okay, so you can see the complete the paragraph has displayed this and that. Understood? But okay, I'm calling each and every word using the single, okay, using different the print statement. Okay, this is the another method of playing with the string symbols. Next, let us try to work with the single quotes now. Okay, how we can work on the single quote? So in single quotes, generally single quotes are also can be used, okay, to represent your the data. C1 I have used C1 equal to C1, which is nothing but the variable here. Okay, and I'm assigning that string with single character a. Now if you want to print this, I can make use of println, okay, of C1, okay, and enter it. The same way, let's try with the print also. Okay, so right now I have used print, enter it. In the same way, print also, okay, works fine for to display a single character. Okay, this is how a string of character are displayed, okay, using the print function. And same, let us imagine that you want to convert to other formats. Let's say there is a is there, and I want to find the ASCII value of this a. Okay, how we can do it? Okay, so to find the ASCII value, so what I have done, already C1 is holding the value a. I'm calling println, call the value C1. Okay, next equals to, now next I just want to display this on the screen, so I'm using it double screen, which is kind of a string again. Understood? ASCII value. Understood? I want to display, this is not going to happen, this is not going to convert, manipulate anything. Now if you want to convert it into ASCII value, there is a method called int. Okay, int I should be in capital. Understood? Int of, then you call that C1. Understood? So straight away it gives you the ASCII value of a ASCII value is equal to 97. Understood? So it has given it. In the same way, I have taken it for alpha also. Okay, straight away println int of alpha a. Okay, just I'm displaying this one equal to ASCII of alpha. I can calculate using the method called int of alpha. Okay, and always remember, since I'm not passing any value here, so you should represent this one in the, okay, the double quotes. Next is enter it. 945 is a ASCII value of alpha here. Okay, now next is it is also possible to convert to uppercase to lowercase and lowercase to uppercase also. Okay, now S1, let's go to S1. And as far as S1 is concerned, I have stored something here. Let's go to S1, where it is S1. Hold on, participants. S1, something I have stored in S1. Okay, I think S1. I can't see S1 string of, yes, S1. Have a look on this. S1 is holding this quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog alpha beta gamma. Now I want to convert this one into, okay, lowercase, or let's say uppercase. How we can do it? I've taken one variable S1 of capital letter. Okay, and I'm using the method called uppercase and of S1. So that means obviously whatever the lowercase letters paragraph is there, everything will get converted into uppercase. Same way, lowercase means you make use of lowercase, so it will display the lowercase, and I'm printing it using S1 caps. S1 caps means I'm going to print this. After next line, I want to print the S1 lower. Understood? So you can see here how we can print this lowercase as well as the uppercase. But since we are into introduction part, this can be used uppercase, lowercase, while whenever we are performing the data mining using the Julia programming language. Next is let's try to discuss about string interpolation. Here what I have done, I have taken two variable, a welcome, B Julia. Got a point. Now next what I will do, I'll try to combine, but in between this two, I'll try to add one more string. How we can do this one? Println, okay, underscore of okay a call next 2 underscore of b. So that means underscore of this will hold the address of this welcome. This is the address value of a will be displayed here. 2 next the value of b will be displayed here. So if you run this, you can see welcome to Julia. Understood? Or I'll try to have welcome to Julia programming language. Okay, Julia programming language. Let me try to run this. So you can see welcome to Julia programming language. This is how these are some of the options which are available to print any data after the manipulation, or let's say state away, as far as Julia programming language is concerned. Now let us try to discuss about the another topic of Julia programming language in our session called use of formats. This is very important. Okay, the formatting is very important. It's play one of the vital role as far as Julia is concerned. Okay, so the formats, words, as I told you, let's start with one by one. Okay, the as far as words are concerned, okay, so you can mention it in the double quote article, and if you want to print, this is an percentage of s, means it indicates percentage of s is it is holding the value of words here. Understood? So then you call word which is having the article. So this is an article you can display. This looks like at the rate printf. Okay, since I'm using printf, got mind, it will support the methods what we are using in C programming language. In the earlier we have seen, okay, speed of the performance of Julia programming language as well as the C is almost the same. Got a point? So that means obviously Julia have used some of the concept of C whenever while executing the things. Got a point? Now next let's try to see loading the libraries. So we can load the libraries here. Okay, printf already we have discussed using printf I'm using. Okay, so the moment when you are using this printf, you can use this at the rate printf, and you can start executing or displaying the values using the C programming. Understood? Creating the string, I have created one string and I have storing this one using s here. But in this case, what I have done, double quotes I have used, and I'm ending that one with a semicolon. Understood? So whenever you're using printf, make sure that you use semicolons, okay, while ending the execution. Now formatting the first string, let's say, okay, at the rate printf, welcome to percentage of s, and percentage of s is holding my value called Xerxez solution. Understood? Next, second string. Let's say I want have second string. Okay, so s2 I've taken. I love double quotes in semicolon I'm ending, and printing. While printing, what I will do, I'll try to call percentage of s for the string characters, percentage of s first, but percentage of s of first will holding the value of s2, which is nothing but I love. Now next percentage of s will be holding the value of s here, which is nothing but Xerxez solution. Let's try to run this. Understood? And you can see, okay, welcome to, okay, welcome to Xerxez solutions. Okay, next, I love Xerxez solutions. Understood? This is how we can uh, print as well as we can execute it. Next, in the same way, let's try to work on integer part. How we can work on integer part? Okay, how we can format, okay, integer type of a data. Okay, as far as here also, what I have done, using printf statement I have used it. Integer I have taken 33. Understood? Printf, the value of is percentage of d I'm using it. Understood? For the integer type I'm using percentage of d, which is similar like your C programming, and I'm calling, okay, integer. Similarly, I've taken integer to 42. Now while printing, the sum is percentage of d plus percentage of t, which is nothing but 33 plus 42. Understood? And it is should give me the value after adding the address of this. After adding, it should give me the 75. Understood? And where and all it is stored? Okay, integer, okay, integer 1, next integer 2 call 33, next integer 2 for 42, next I'm taking the sum of 33 as well as the 42, I'm storing it where in 75. Understood? This format need to be followed. I think this format integer plus integer 2, it is not available in C programming. Okay, so this is a new thing. what you are learning in Julia programming language. Even in Python also, I think it is not available. It generally try to store the address of the integer. Let's try to run. So you can see the value of, okay, the value of 33, the sum is 33 plus 42, okay, which is nothing but 70. 5 here. Both you can see printf statements are displaying. Next, in the same way, let's try to discuss on floating point. Okay, floating point value I have taken 0.08. The floating point value is percentage of f, generally we used, and okay, while calling floating point you use it. Now next, again I'm taking the other one, 1.9. I'm going to store this percentage of f, percentage of 5, and I want to display only the integer part, not the floating point. That's the reason I'm using percentage of d and enter it. Understood? If you run, so you can see, so it's taking the sum, and it's displaying the integer value of it. Understood? Which is nothing but the 2, and it has taken the floating values also, you can see here. Understood? It's so intelligent. Got my. Next is same way, floating point. Let's try to take, I want to display the floating point here 20, but this time I want to display two decimal point. Here we have 3658, so I want to display only till 20.36. Okay, so how we can do it? So we can using the printf statement, but while calling this, use this point to f, percentage of point to f. That means it takes only the two digits, that is 36, as far as your data, that is floating value is concerned. You can see 20.37 is used. This is widely used in the case of the mathematics, statistical concepts, okay, where you will be holding, or you will be taking the data, let's say decimal point either 2 or the 4 decimal point. In that cases it widely uses. Next, there is another method. Whatever we have learned, okay, it's a straightforward method using printf statement we are using, but there is another method by installing the formatting.gl package. There is a separate called formatting package is available. Okay, so once you use everything, all the things will be taken care by your Julia programming language itself. You need not to worry. Okay, keep on writing the date instructions based upon the data, and it will automatically format everything for you. Okay, but using this formatting, you need to install this. To install, use pkg. Pkg is a method. Whenever you are installing any packages, you need to use pkg. Next, once the pkg is activated, use the method called pkg.add. Next, call formatting. Understood? Let me try to run this. Okay, in my system it is already executed, and now you can see, okay, pkg is already installed here. Understood? It started executing. Hold for a moment, let this get complete, then we will try to proceed. Still executing it. Hold on. So till then, if you have any queries, you can write it in the chat box or review sections. Okay, our representative will approach you, and they will try to solve your the problems. Okay, and inform other your friends also, those who are interested to start their career in data science using the cutting edge technology. They can enroll to our courses. Our courses are, we are offering in very nominal prices, okay, compared to the other service providers. Next, see, using formatting. Okay, so when you want to use format, you can make use of the keyword called using formatting. Understood? Now let's try to take one simple example for just for the demonstration. What I have done, I have created one variable called site, and I'm storing Xerxez solutions here. Now I want to print. Okay, while printing using the formatting sections, make sure that you call print fmt. Okay, you call print fmt. Okay, so fmt for the formatting, in the formatting sectors I'm using. Welcome to percentage of s means, okay, so here we are not using percentage, we will be using comma here in the bracket. Okay, so s, next the site is having this value. Understood? Let's try to execute this. Okay, so what I will do, let me try to create one more insert. Okay, let me try to insert below. Okay, here I'll try to paste it, and let's see. Welcome to Xerxes solution. This is another technique, okay, of uh, displaying using the formatting, but the major difference here is instead of percentage we will be using comma colon here in the bracket. Next is like how I want to print the character. Okay, how we can print the character? See, I have taken A. Okay, and fmt I'm using for to store display character. You can replace that s with a c. C stands for character. In the same way, integer. So for the integer d we will be using it. Understood? And for the floating point we will be using f here. Understood? And print. Okay, now next to print the floating value. Okay, restricted to decimal value. Okay, now let us imagine that I want to restrict floating only to two decimal values. Okay, so in that cases I can make use of comma dot 2f. Understood? And in the same way for the scientific representations, let's say special symbols, we can make use of slash okay e comma e also use. If you run this, okay, now you can see all the content. I think it's better, okay, to use slash n, okay, after every statement. Let's try to run this and let's see. Okay, yes, perfectly, it's working fine. Let in the same way, let's try to make here also, so that our for it's very easy for us to represent it. Okay, slash n. Same way here also make it as slash n. Here also make it as slash n. Now let's try to execute. Have a look on this. Okay, floating point is 178.5. Character A is display. Integer 40 is display. Floating value is 70. Okay, 178. So and restricted to do two decimal. It is displaying 178.74. Scientific representations E. Okay, exponent you can see 1.78. Okay, to the power e to the power of 2. Straight away it is displaying it. Okay, I hope you are cleared with the concepts. Okay, and remember here some hands-on session. The practical is compulsory, it is required. Understood? Otherwise it's very difficult to understand since it is a new language. Okay, and even though if you learn theoretical concept, it's very difficult. You have to go for hands-on session, then only you understand and you really enjoy while working with the Julia programming language. And the moment goes, you feel like Julia is better. Okay, so better than the Python programming language when you really feel the speed of execution of Julia concerned when you are comparing with the Python programming language. I hope you are cleared with the concept. If any queries, please write in the review section. Our representative will get back to you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's try to meet in the session 4.